Hello, my name is Dave Guresso, President of Beacon Leaders, and today I want to talk to you about the value of your life. And I want to start off today by asking you a question. What do you want people to say at your funeral? That's right, when you get to the point where you have passed on and people are standing around your casket and they're paying their last respects, what is it that you want them to say about your life and the way you lived it? Do you understand the value of your life? Do you walk around on a daily basis wondering and dreaming and thinking of all the things that you could have done, should have done, or would have done if you would have just had enough time, if you would have just had enough money, if you would have just had enough resources, enough people, if people were there for you? We all walked through life wondering, what if you're that person? And I'm going to tell you right now, whether you're without a home or standing on top of a 30-foot high rise or the CEO of a Fortune 100 company, at some point you have sat and asked yourself that question, what if? And you can put whatever you want after that what if statement, but the fact of the matter is your life has value. Your life has a purpose. Your life has a specific meaning. And if we don't invest every day of our lives living according to that purpose and according to that meaning, then it's not about what you'll lose or how unhappy you'll be in your life. The real question becomes, what is the cost of you not achieving your dream? Another question might be, how might others lose out if you don't live out your dream? What does every second of your life cost when you waste it? And you know, if you're like many others, you might sit around and think to yourself, I would love to be able to do X. But you don't do X because you think to yourself, I've got to work. I've got to pay the bills. I've got a family to take care of. And I'm just exhausted. And you sit around and you think about the dream, but you never actually take action. But again, I have to ask you, what is the cost of you not achieving your dream? Did you know that if you spent just 1 minute a day, just 1 minute a day achieving your dream, after 10 years, you would have accumulated 2.5 days, a full 24-hour day. What can you do with 2.5 days? Now, at first, you might think that that's not very much time at all. It's just 2.5 days. How much can I really do in 2.5 days? Well, I want to read to you a quote by a guy named Mark Levy, and it goes like this. It says, if you want to know the value of 1 year, just ask a student who failed a course. If you want to know the value of 1 month, ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby. If you want to know the value of 1 hour, ask the lovers waiting to meet. If you want to know the value of 1 minute, ask the person who just missed the bus. If you want to know the value of 1 second, ask the person who just escaped death in a car accident. And if you want to know the value of 1/100th of a second, ask the athlete who won a silver medal in the Olympics. The value of time is so precious, and things that we can do with just a little bit of time are unknown to us in those very moments that we live out our lives. I've got to tell you, take every second and use it for something valuable. Use it for the benefit of others. Use it to achieve your dream. Ben Franklin once said, lost time is never found again. You see, we don't get a redo. We don't get to die and come back to life again and try again. This is not some video game where we get to lose a life and we have 3 extra lives. We're not cats. We don't have 9 lives. You get 1 chance, 1 try at this life. I implore you to make the best of it. In the words of Les Brown, there is greatness within you. What are you going to do with that greatness? I want you to understand that you don't have time to waste. There's meaning in your life. And I want you to consider the cost. I want you to think about what people are going to say at your funeral. What do you want them to remember you for? Did you live your dream? Did you achieve your dreams? I once read a book called Crazy Love, written by Francis Chan. And in this book, he talked about a young girl whose passion was to glorify God. And she spent so much time on her passion, and she invested every day of her life into showing the world just how much she loved God. And she died at a very young age. In the midst of that death, at her funeral, there were 200 to 300 students that gathered around the casket, and they were all giving praise and thanks to God and giving their lives to Jesus Christ. That is what passion can do. When you live out your life according to your dream, according to your passion, I want you to understand that there is not a second to waste. You must live out your dream. You must go for the goal. You must do whatever it takes to achieve the purpose and the meaning and the passion that you have in your life. Don't waste it. There's value and there's meaning in your life. God bless you.